Hello, and welcome back to Fem Life. If you'd like to support me, please use my affiliate links mentioned below. Every purchase you make will bring me closer to my gender transition. Nicky and his mom had settled into their new house a couple of weeks ago. It was summer, and with his mom heading out for shopping, he had the house to himself. "I'll be back in a few hours," she said, hugging him. At 14, Nicky was about the same height and build as his mom. "See you later this afternoon." "Bye, Mom," he replied, heading upstairs as the door closed behind her. Watching through his window, he saw her get in her car and start it up. Once she drove off, Nicky went to her room to see her leave the driveway. Their new house was in the country, with no neighbors close by. His mom had to drive half a mile to reach the main road, and from there, it was about 2 miles to town. Nicky noticed her turning onto the main road. He had a few hours to himself. He went to his mom's dresser and picked out some white silk and lace panties, a matching bra, thigh-high stockings, and a beautiful silk slip with lace trim. Changing out of his regular clothes, he donned his mom's elegant garments. He then chose a white silk dress with lace trim and long sheer sleeves, paired with white 4-inch heels. Checking himself in the mirror, he liked what he saw but wanted to add more. At the makeup table, he rummaged through her jewelry box and put on a pair of dangling pearl earrings. While he wasn't skilled in makeup, he knew a little. He turned on the stereo, confident that his mom would be gone for hours with the doors locked. He tried applying mascara and then selected a red lipstick shade. He carefully applied it, wishing he could do his nails as well. Brushing his long hair, he admired how he looked, though he knew he could improve. "I wish I knew how to do hair and makeup," he said aloud. He stood up and gazed at himself in the full-length mirror. "I could be a real doll." Suddenly, he was startled when a voice responded. "I'd love to help you with that, sweetheart," his mom said. Nicky spun around, shocked, his mouth agape with the lipstick. "You look cute, but with a little help, you'd be a doll." "I thought, what are you doing back?" he stammered. "I forgot my coupons," she explained with a smile. "So, would you like me to give you a makeover?" Nicky was astonished. "You don't mind that I'm dressed up like a girl?" "Oh, not at all," his mom replied with a smile. "I don't mind you being my daughter for a while. It sounds like fun. And besides, who's going to know?" She glanced around the room. "It's just us here." Nicky couldn't believe his luck. This was his dream coming true. "If it's really okay, let's do it," he said, managing a smile. "You're the mom. Whatever you decide is fine with me." "Here's the plan," she said, examining him closely. "I'll give you a bit of a makeover now, then I'll go grocery shopping. I'll stay out of sight for a while. You can try on some outfits, and when I come back, we'll really glam you up." "How does that sound?" "That sounds perfect," Nicky responded, thrilled. She seated him at the makeup table and quickly did his makeup. After a few touches with the curling iron, she let him see the results. "Wow, I can't believe it," Nicky exclaimed. His mom smiled. "Wait until later. Go try on some outfits, and I'll be back in about 2.5 hours. You'll see how great you can really look." Even after his mom left, Nicky remained at the mirror, admiring his new look. With a dreamy smile, he got up and began searching through the closet. When his mom returned, she found Nicky carefully selecting earrings to match his outfit. "Come on, sweetheart, we've got more work to do." She handed him a tube. "Use this to remove all the hair on your arms and legs. Then take a shower and use this shampoo. When you're done, put on this silky robe and the matching panties and bra. Wrap a towel around your hair like you've seen me do. Call me when you're finished." After showering, Nicky was hairless from the eyebrows down. The silky robe felt amazing on his smooth skin, complemented by the powder blue panties and bra with white lace. He wrapped a towel around his hair and paused to admire his reflection before heading to find his mom. She sat Nicky down at her makeup table. "Let's start with your eyebrows," she said, quickly shaping them. "Now, some mascara. I always thought your eyes were pretty, but now they're just perfect." Nicky blushed, and she continued, "It's true. A little eyeshadow and lipstick, and then I'll do your hair." After a bit of work, she let him look in the mirror. "Wow," Nicky said, seeing his transformation. He looked undeniably like a girl, and quite cute too. His mom helped him with some nail polish, completing the look. "Do my shoes fit you, honey?" Nicky nodded, and her mom selected some heels and stockings. She pulled a matching slip from her lingerie drawer and slid it over Nicky's outstretched arms. As soon as the finger and toenail polish was dry, she slid on the silky stockings and high heels. Her mother went to the closet and said, "You can wear my blue silk blouse and I'll wear its red twin. Then you wear the red silk skirt and I'll wear the blue one. We'll be a set." She set out the clothes, and the two of them were soon a very cute matching mother and daughter. Then they went through the jewelry box, helping each other pick out items. As the two stood side by side in front of the mirror, Nicky thought this was the happiest moment of her life. And then her mom said, "You want to go shopping, sweetheart? You know that no one could possibly think you're a boy. I think we need to buy you some pretty clothes of your own. Some panties and bras, of course. A few slips and nighties. Dresses, skirts, blouses, heels, everything, honey." Wow, Nicky thought, I must have died and gone to heaven. As they arrived at the mall, Nicky was so excited she could barely remember the ride. Before they got inside, her mom stopped. "It's nearly 5 now, so I'll tell you what we'll do. At the other end of the mall is a good place to eat, so we'll slowly window shop our way down there. After we grab a quick bite, we'll shop." "Sounds okay to me," said Nicky. She couldn't keep track of all the things she wanted as they walked along, for the first time able to really look without attracting stares. No more stolen glances or acting like he was helping his mom. Nicky could look all she wanted. As they ate, her mom said, "First, we'll stop right next door. I think you liked those little silky skirts we saw even more than I did. I'm sure they have some cute blouses too. Next we'll stop at Danielle's Dreams, but just to look. They have some really nice dresses there. Before we buy any nice dresses, we have to go to the lingerie store. I want a nice waist nipper to give you a little more shape, or maybe a corset. Then we'll get you a really nice dress or two." Nicky's mom smiled down at her new daughter as she led her into Susie's silk and lace lingerie. "I can't believe how well this is going. I thought she would fight me a little, even if just for appearance sake. Oh, it's so nice to have a daughter at last." Nicky began looking at nightgowns while her mother looked for corsets. She took several nighties over to her mom and glowed when her mom said she could get them all. They picked out a selection of panties and bras and several silky, lace-trimmed slips, along with a few pairs of stockings. After paying, they went to the changing room so Nicky could put on the waist nipper they bought. She got a corset too, but they would save that for later. With a now slightly more feminine shape, Nicky and her mom went back to Danielle's Dreams so she could try on a few of the gorgeous dresses she'd seen. She didn't know where she'd wear them, but they were so pretty. Especially that white one. It was so pretty and lacy, it was almost like a wedding gown, but shorter. Nicky couldn't wait to try that one on. She eagerly headed for it. Her mom smiled after her. "Such a beautiful daughter. I love this so much. She's just wonderful." That night, they settled on the sofa, watching television, mother and daughter in matching satin nighties and gowns, nestled together. This moment felt perfect to the mother, who wished it could have come years earlier. She cherished having her daughter so close. As Nicky cuddled with her mom, she thought, "I can't believe this is real. It feels too perfect. I must be dreaming." She wrapped her mom in a tight hug, savoring the moment. During a commercial break, her mom asked, "How about going to the beauty salon with me tomorrow? We'll give you a full makeover. Nicky sprang upright. Really? Oh, Mom, that would be amazing. Wow. She hugged her mom so tightly it felt like she could hardly breathe. It's not a dream, I must have died and gone to heaven. Nicky's long hair was dyed strawberry blonde and styled cutely. A manicure ensured her nails looked perfect. After a makeover, she looked like a doll. Dressed in a lavender silk gown with white lace and high heels, Nicky was the epitome of cuteness. She couldn't believe how fantastic she looked. Her mom, freshly done as well, exclaimed, "Wow, honey, you look absolutely adorable." A woman with a girl around Nicky's age emerged from another room and waved at Nicky's mom. "Hi, Linda," she said. "This is my daughter, Cindy." "Hi, this is my daughter, Nicky." "What are you up to today, Karen?" "Not much." "Are you finished? Why don't you two join us for lunch? Let's have a mother-daughter lunch together." "That sounds nice," Nicky's mom replied. With a pleasant spring day and a restaurant just down the street, they left their cars behind and walked. "Nicky and her mom just moved here, Cindy. They live on the other side of town, out in the country like us." "Hey Nicky," Cindy asked, "which school will you be attending?" Nicky and her mom exchanged glances and shrugged. "We haven't decided yet." Karen added, "We're considering homeschooling. I used to be a teacher, and we think it could be enjoyable. Do you want to come to my school, Nicky?" Cindy offered. Nicky laughed. "That does sound pretty cool." Karen turned to Nicky's mom and said, "It might be easier with two girls instead of one. But it's up to you. Think it over." "I will," Nicky's mom said. The conversation shifted to other topics, and lunch continued. Since they had all been at the salon, they decided to meet that evening for a dress-up dinner. As they drove home, Nicky's mom asked, "What do you think of the homeschooling idea? You wouldn't have to switch back to being a boy when summer ends." They had already stored away all boy clothes for the season. "You'd really let me stay a girl? You don't mind?" "Oh honey, I love having a daughter and dressing her up. I'm happy if you're happy. But honestly, if I had my choice, I'd prefer you stay my pretty daughter." Nicky was astonished, though it was exactly what she had hoped to hear. "I don't want to say yes yet, Mom, but I think I'd prefer staying a girl too. I wish I wasn't driving so I could give you a big hug." Nicky reached over and squeezed her mom's arm. "Do you think they know, Mom? If you mean that you weren't born a girl, Karen knows I only have a son. I'm not sure if she'll tell Cindy, but she doesn't seem to mind at all. She even said she'd enjoy having two girls for homeschooling. I think I'll tell Cindy tonight. It wouldn't be right not to if we're going to do homeschooling or even if we're just going to be friends. What do you think?" "It's up to you, but I agree. You're not just a pretty daughter, you're also a wise young lady." At home, they chose their outfits for the evening and watched a movie. Their new mother-daughter dynamic felt natural and comfortable. When it was time to get ready, Linda laced her daughter into a new corset. The result was stunning, followed by silk stockings and a lacy slip. After putting on a gorgeous white silk dress from Danielle's dreams, Nicky was led to the mirror by her mom. "Oh my God, Mom! Look at me! I don't want to sound conceited, but wow! I'm a total babe!" Linda smiled and hugged Nicky tightly. "Yes you are, honey. Grab your purse, and let's go." The drive to Karen and Cindy's house was quick. They were given a brief tour and then settled in for dinner. Nicky ate carefully to avoid staining her beautiful new dress. The conversation stayed away from homeschooling, focusing instead on light chatter. "I'm glad we met, Nicky," Cindy said as they wrapped up their meal. "Me too," Nicky replied with a smile. "It's great that we had this fancy dinner together. I just love dressing up," Cindy said. Nicky smiled again. "Yeah, me too. Linda added, sharing a smile with Nicky, I'm discovering this side of my daughter and I want to support it. Come up to my room, Nicky. I have lots of nice dresses that are about your size. I have to admit, I'm a bit jealous of your dress. But if you try on something of mine, I'd love to try yours on too. Both mothers laughed at her reasoning. As they headed upstairs, Karen called after them, Don't be too long, girls. We're going to watch a movie. They explored Cindy's closet and chatted as they browsed. So, have you thought about homeschooling with me, Nicky? I think it would be fun. Yeah, I think so too, Nicky said, putting back the dress she was holding. But I need to tell you something. Cindy, in a jade silk dress that complemented her long black hair, was one of the prettiest girls Nicky had ever seen. Though Nicky wanted to look and dress like a girl, she was only interested in dating girls. Cindy, well. You mean you weren't born a girl? Cindy smiled. I know. My mom told me. It doesn't matter to me. I think you're gorgeous. Nicky blushed. Actually, I do care a bit. But it's kind of exciting because it means I'm not really a lesbian if I'm doing this. Cindy embraced Nicky and kissed her. They stood close, wrapped in their silk dresses, smiling at each other. Yes, I think I will do homeschooling with you, Nicky said, kissing Cindy once more.